Hi guys, my name is Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. I'm finally back, guys. Welcome to 2019. Woo! Thank you so much for all your support during my 12 days of Christmas. I really liked how much you guys were enthusiastic in all of the comments for the videos. It was really fun unwrapping those presents, and I want to announce the winner. Put everyone who was commenting on multiple videos and tweeting and all that good stuff into a randomizer, and it popped out with a name, and that name is Buffy Summers! Buffy, I tried to reach you through your Google account, but it has no information. So if you could leave a comment down below where I can reach you, then I'll know it's you. It's authentically you. And I'll be able to send those DVDs/Blu-rays your way. I know it's a new year, but before we get on to 2019, we have to talk about 2018. And I wanted to wait until this year to put this video out because actually one movie, and you guys will probably guess what, has reached my top 10 from the end portion, the very end portion of 2018. So for that reason, I wanted to make sure that I left it a little bit longer, and I hope that you guys can forgive me for that. But this is my top 10 list, and I hate that I have to say this, but I'm going to. Guys, this is my list, and it's just 10 movies that I love throughout the year. But I loved so many movies, even non-horror, which I will talk about, but I loved a lot of movies that don't make this list. Don't get offended, doesn't mean it's a bad movie. Believe it or not, my opinion is not the be-all, end-all. So if a movie, if you don't like my number one, which I'm assuming a lot of you guys probably haven't even seen it, don't be alarmed. It's just my opinion. It's just the things that suit my taste, and I'm sure you guys, most of you guys will know that. But without further ado, we're gonna start at 10 and go down to 1 because I love a cliffhanger. So get out your notepads and your pens, and here's some movies, if you haven't seen them, that I think you should watch. What Keeps You Alive is my number 10 spot. I love this film. This movie is about a Canadian couple that go to celebrate their 1-year anniversary in the wilderness, and while they're there, one of them discovers that the other may not be who she thinks that she is. Dun dun dun! I love this movie. I felt like it had a really good balance of being really psychological and also kind of gory. And I just love the whole backdrop of the wilderness. It's shot beautifully. I have done a review on it. Check it out, guys. Number 10. Number 9 is a movie that I know a lot of you guys also really liked, and very surprising for me because I guess technically it's a slasher. It's Revenge. This film really shocked a lot of people when it came out because it looks really stereotypical, but it bites. It bites hard. This movie twists the rape revenge story on its head. The woman is taken on an annual guy's getaway, but when she is sexually assaulted, she takes, well, revenge. This film really does have it all. It's such an action-packed film, which usually isn't my thing, but I just loved the story. And a lot of people say it has some plot holes, but I go with it, man. The ending is so bloody, so much blood. And if you've yet to see Revenge, I'm telling you right now, it's everything that people say it is. It's amazing. Check it out. Number 8 is sensory horror, A Quiet Place. This film was so hyped up this year, and I think this and Hereditary were the most hyped films of the year. Oh, I guess Halloween, oops. But I really loved a lot of the scenes in the movie. I thought it was a very important story, and it was told in an interesting way, and it was such a love letter to his family, and I really appreciated that. The bathtub scene is atrocious, amazing, jaw-dropping. If you haven't seen A Quiet Place or you haven't heard of A Quiet Place, I'm not really sure where you've been, but it's about a family who are trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world where you cannot make any sound because these ultra-sensitive hearing aliens, monsters, are coming after you. The movie was just really simply constructed, and I thought a lot of thought went into it, and that's why I got number 8. Followed by another sensory horror that made its way onto our Netflix on December 21st, I think. And this is Bird Box, obviously, but this has a very similar, people say it's the same, similar sensory feel, but actually instead of hearing, it's seeing. But I found this film was constructed completely different, and it's the point of view is very different. This one follows Sandra Bullock as she lives in this post-apocalyptic, it does sound the same a bit, where people start contracting this illness where they kill themselves if they see this thing. And a lot of people don't like this film because it doesn't give away all the answers, but I loved it because it comes from the point of view of Sandra Bullock and her character, and she's just a badass during this whole movie, and I just think it's beautiful, and at the end I cried. Number 6 was probably my most highly, other than Hereditary, highly anticipated film of the year, Suspiria. I love the original so much, and I love everything it stands for. I'm all about the Goblin soundtrack. This movie was very different to that though. It's like a completely different film. But although there were some flaws in the film, I do think that the major haunting vibes throughout the film really pulled it in for me. And it's a film that after I watched it, yeah, I did a review. I think I did 2 reviews, a Come With Me review and maybe just my Patrons, and I did my spoiler-free review. I really felt a strong pull towards it and really thought about all of the different scenes and how they came together. And I think it's an amazing film, and it's such a piece of art. So it had to get this spot. Speaking of pieces of art, I promise I didn't mean to segue in this way, but here we go. Annihilation, what a movie. Another VOD movie, well, VOD for us in Australia, because I know in America you guys had to go and see this at the cinema. To be honest, I wish I saw this in the cinema, and I absolutely love this film. If you haven't seen Annihilation, it is a beautiful movie about a botanist that signs up for a dangerous secret mission into this mysterious zone that fucks with human DNA. I love the science behind and the way it's explained. I thought it was really clever. Just everyone fighting with their own identity. I think it's such a powerful movie in so many different ways, and the way they chose to visualize it really takes it home. Like, it's just beautiful, and I was so glad to see this, and I am kind of jealous you guys got to see this at the cinema. My number 4, guys, I love the movie Cam so much. I thought that this movie was amazing, and I know a lot of you guys thought the same. This film really blew us all away, and it was something I was totally not expecting, and something that I went in completely blind for, so for that it was just even more amazing. But I love the story, and the point of view once again is unique, and I thought it was just a really simple story but told in a really special way. It was very Black Mirror, and I love the way it was written about sex workers from their point of view for once. And it broke down a lot of stereotypes, and that's not the reason I liked it. I just really liked the characters, and I really thought it was an amazing rush. When I watched it, I was on the edge of the couch screaming at the TV, and I'm not lying. I thought this movie was amazing. If you're yet to see this film, it is about Alice, who plays Lola, who's a cam girl, and one day she discovers that she's been locked out of her account and replaced with a replica of herself. As I said, very Black Mirror. Very good. Number 3, guys, Australians do some really cool stuff sometimes. I don't know if you know. Upgrade. Have you not seen Upgrade? It will change your life. This is Lee Winnell's baby, and I was very surprised, shocked, and my hat's off to you, sir. Upgrade starred Logan Marshall Green as Gray, a man in the near future who is disabled from an accident, and then he is given this amazing opportunity for this bug to be implanted into his spine, which turns him into an upgraded version of himself. And that's putting the whole thing lightly. The storyline is very simple, but I don't want to say too much, guys. You need to see it, because this doesn't look like my kind of film at all, but it was so cleverly constructed. Once again, I love the camera work. They used a lot of Steadicam, and I thought that Logan Marshall Green was amazing. Poor man's Tom Hardy. I think he's better than Tom Hardy in this film. I said it. Which leads me to my number 2 spot. We're already there, guys. A film that needs no introduction. Hey, girl. It is Hereditary, guys. I love this film, and I actually went and saw it twice, because the first time I went and saw it, it wasn't the greatest experience, and I knew it was so special, and I still am haunted by a lot of things in that film. And I think it took a long time to kind of sink in how much I love that film, because I felt so much creative influence from it, like days, weeks, and months later, and I still close my eyes and can see some of the scenes. Obviously, Toni Collette blew me away. Alex Wolff, also amazing. The whole thing was just perfectly written and just intertwines in such a beautifully haunting way, haunting being the key word of this video. You guys know I love haunted stories, and this one is a family haunting themselves, and I don't think anything is much crueler or more concerning, and I just loved it. If you haven't seen Hereditary, it's a movie with a few surprises, and it's not what you think it's about. Go see it. Which leads me to my number 1, which I think I may be the only horror lover, maybe, ever? I don't know. No, that's a big claim. Who love this movie this much? I love UNSANE. I think it's the best movie of 2018. I said it. It was really close with Hereditary, I'm not gonna lie. But if you have not seen UNSANE, you are insane. UNSANE stars Claire Foy as Sawyer, a woman who accidentally commits herself into a mental institution where she is confronted by her stalker. The movie is directed by Steven Soderbergh, but the kicker is it's actually shot on a phone. And I promise you, you would never be able to tell. It is amazing what they've done, and just the angles as well is just so eerie. It's almost like comedic at points because it's so insane. It really messes with your mind. It's such a psychological horror movie, and it is a ride. It is an absolute ride, and I loved Claire Foy's performance, and there's a lot of surprises in there. Matt Damon even stops in for like 2 seconds. It is a bizarre movie that really pulls you in. It really pulls you in and under and like kind of suffocates you a bit, and I love that about it. It's so uncomfortable and amazing. And that is my top 10 horror movies for 2018. What did you guys think? Be nice in the comments down below. If you haven't seen any of these ones, give them a go. Give them a go. Just please, please. And if you haven't seen UNSANE, you need to get onto it because I love that movie so much. I do want to chuck in really quickly 4 films from 2018 that weren't horror movies that I absolutely loved and are my favorite movies of 2018. 8th Grade, The Favorite, I Feel Pretty, yeah, I said it, and American Meme, which is a documentary that just came out on Netflix, but I love. If you guys enjoy videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And I hope that you guys are having a great day, and I hope you have a fantastic year. We have so much cool stuff to look forward to. I'll talk to you guys very soon. On Monday, I will have my 2019 most anticipated horror movies coming out. I know you guys are gonna love that one, and I've tried to put some movies in there that weren't as popular because I think we need to give some others some love, but I tried. We'll see. So hopefully you guys like it, and I'll see you guys then. Stay spooky. Bye.